Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Friday, July 24th in the year 2020, and you're here with Tapngrl. We're getting ready to do some LOA and EFT tapping, some Q&A. I'm out of breath. You don't know I got this good looking this fast because I was in my pajamas about 3 minutes ago. So we're going to go, where are we going to go? Here's this. I'm going to put this here for anybody that shows up. I'm going to go find the live on my timeline. I'm going to start sharing it out. It's Happy Friday. Every day is a good day for tapping. That's what we know. Turning this down. Hey, I got Diane and Lisa. Sweet. Says 3 other looky-loos on there. I don't care. I like everybody showing up. I'm telling you what, I look so tan. I'm trying to figure that out. Okay, so, hey, not the. Lisa, not the. Come on, I'm cracking myself up. You know I always do. So, it is Friday. Friday. Good morning, Lisa. That's so funny. Denise has been blissing out. She's over her coffee, blissing out. Fabulous freaking Friday, tapping peeps. Good morning, tappers. Yeah, I'm all hyped up because I've already had such an amazing morning. And there I am again. See, I don't know if some of you don't remember that. Do you remember the story of this? Let me put it right there. There you go. I am loved. I didn't even know what that was. That was like, the Grinch. Remember that from the movie? Oh, see, I'm telling you, my head is either playing a movie or it is playing a song or it's my head's doing a tapping sequence. I see somebody do something and I'm looking at them thinking, oh, they should be going, oh, even though I made that choice, I'll accept myself. All right, so I'm going to go share this out. All right. Yes, I'm all hyped up. It's Diane. Yay. Okay. So I miss Owal's coming on while I'm doing this share, but I'm going to go share. Yesterday I was live. We were having a little trouble getting it out to as many peeps. But that's all right. We're learning. And with Facebook updates, it changes things and all that stuff. So I'm going to go share this into some groups. If you would do the same thing, Diane always shares this out. I know if you even just share it to your timeline, okay, it would go in your news feed and you don't know who's going to show up, who would be served. Okay. So knock it off. Quit coming to conclusion. So I'm going to share this out. Remember on Fridays I said this will be a time where you can put amazing manifestations show up in the thread, okay, so that others can see how the tapping can work. And it's also for Q&A, so if you have a question, go ahead and type it in the thread. I'll do my best to see it. Otherwise, I just make shit up. Stuff. You know what I'm saying, right? Okay, all right. So, I try and clean this up so that kids can watch too. So far, it needs a little more fine-tuning, right? All right, so I'm sharing this out, putting this in the groups. Here we go. I had another one of my wives show up today. Man, do I love that, okay? Some of you know that I have fantasies about being on YouTube and those kind of fun things, right? I just haven't really motivated myself to doing that. And I have a YouTube video, okay? I'm just going to tell you this. I have a YouTube video where I was actually tapping with a friend's daughter. The friend and her partner were going through a divorce, and the mom brought her here to me. She's a little girl that I actually met some years ago and just adored her from the moment I met her, because it was a race walk going on in my neighborhood, and I went and I saw all these people, and you all know I do my 4 miles hour walking a day, and I see all these people going down my street, and I was like, oh, look, I can walk with hundreds of people. So I threw on my clothes, went out, and at the point I got out there on the street and I start running, I catch up with this mom and daughter. And I'm like, what are you guys doing this for? Well, it's a thing called Girls on the Run, which Scott and I ended up volunteering for several years when they do this run. And I was kind of jogging along, and the little girl says, I want to walk with you. And I said, sweet, let's go, right? That was the beginning of a relationship that went on for several years that was so satisfying to me. That's the one where I tell you guys the story about the little girl who was being bullied at school. There was another little girl who would be like, hey, my desk needs cleaned out, clean my desk, or I need this, or I need that, or whatever. So her mom brought her over to me, and we were tapping about the bully, and I can't say anything, I don't know what'll happen, and all those things, to where when I see her the next time, it was so good. When I see her the next time, she ends up telling me, oh, by the way, I took care of my bully. And I said, seriously? And she said, yeah. And she said, I just told her, you need to stop making me do your stuff or whatever. And I said, really? What'd she say? And she's like, she just stopped. She went and found somebody else. And I was like, oh my God, that's freaking amazing. Pretty, wait till I tell you all about my morning, just since I talked with you. We got onto a high flying disc, and I'm telling you, it's just been so much fun. I always say it's so good being me. I'm just sharing this out, so be patient with me for a minute. And so anyway, I have a video on YouTube of me tapping with this little girl. And I'm telling you what, there wasn't a dry eye in my living room tapping about her fears and worries about her mom and dad getting divorced and all of those great things. So here I get somebody who reaches out and finds me this morning, and they actually found me. Actually found me because saw that video on YouTube. Now that's like besides interviews, that's like the only video of me tapping with somebody on there that was not an interview through Jason Stevenson or Ali O'Shea or Mary Cordelia on Bliss Upon Page, all kinds of really cool stuff. So I was like, man, because one of the things I do in my writing BOMA is, I've told you guys this before, I combine all three things and I do a written page, and it's money, clients, and work. And one of the things that I almost always write, because I just love writing it, is I have so many people who don't even know how they found me. Okay? All right? Yeah, our day just got better. In fact, to the point where I'm telling you, I really didn't, y'all know I just get on here and talk, right? I mean, I didn't really prepare. I mean, I do, but I don't. So anyway, yesterday's live, I will tell you this, is on my timeline. It was the show, and what we'll be doing in a few weeks, anyway, it'll be the second Thursday in August, is Jim, my producer, will create a post. I will put it on my line, and I'm going to probably do it a couple times, tagging like 100 people each. What it does is puts the reminder on your timeline, and then it just goes live when we go live. It's really, really cool. So if I tag you on that and you didn't want that, then just remove the tag, okay? All right? So hang on a second. I'm still putting this out there just for another second. Okay, that's it. All right, so let's start off with my usual whatnot, which I usually don't even get through, right? Okay. I have to tell you, I have to say this, okay? There was a day that Pretty and I were talking back and forth, and we were talking about why nots, and she wrote it as whatnot, and I thought it was hilarious and wrote back about, yeah, we need to get off the whatnots. That same day at the store, and I took a picture, but I never sent it to you, Pretty, and it was the grocery store's organic label that said something, what's not in our food. And I took a picture because I read it as whatnots. And it makes me laugh every time now I see it on the front of the grocery carts. I'm like, that is so hilarious. Now, y'all know that's how my day is, right? You know that they're just things show up, all kinds of stuff. There was even this morning, and I can't remember it, but Scott said a word, and then we were listening to an Abraham where there was a word. I mean, it happens all day long. Are you looking for it, right? Okay. So let me just say, my name's Colette. I go by Tapngrl. Okay. I go by Tapngrl. My sister gave me that name years ago. Fun. And what I do is I actually teach law of attraction, and I combine it with EFT, emotional freedom technique, the tapping that we do, okay, so that we can get the negative garbage out, so that it's easier for us to line up with money, great relationships, homes, cars, those things you want, okay? So I actually had, I better wait a second. All right, so I come live daily about 10 a.m. Eastern time. okay? And like this morning, it was 10:07. So it's okay. I give myself a 10 to 10:15, I guess you'll see it this way, a 10 to 10:15 fudge factor, all right? Hey, Kimberly. I give myself about a 15-minute fudge factor. So I almost got on here in my pajamas like I did a few months ago. I thought, screw it. They all know I just show up as me, all right? So I come here to do some law of attraction teaching, and then we do some tapping. For those of you who are not familiar and aware, well, what the hell's wrong with you? No, I'm just kidding. I've been on here. It's been over 125 days. I know. I'm not sure exactly how many. I can go look, but maybe tomorrow I'll have the exact number for you. I think it might even be today's the 130 day. Now, I can't stand it. Be right back. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm going to tell you how many days it's been. It's so fun. All right. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Hold on. I know y'all can still hear me. Okay, it's Sunday. It looks like it's Sunday. So, what would that mean? I'm like at 127 days. Well, last time I did this, y'all thought that was hilarious and was like, get back in your chair. All right, so it's been over 120 days of my coming live to you every day, teaching you some law of attraction stuff, helping you understand how we learned so many things backwards. Oh my God, I just looked at my phone and saw me getting up and running away. All right, so, and we do this because, why are you doing this, Clint? We do this because 127 or whatever days ago, all right, I knew when the lockdown started where I am, which is Indiana, okay, lockdown to smackdown, that there were going to a lot of people have their stuff show up in their face, okay? You're going to be home. You got work changes coming. You got family changes coming. You know, I married you for better or for worse, but not for all freaking deacon day, okay? So relationships showing up, and all kinds of things that I thought, what a magnificent time. What an oh, see, I'm almost going to cry on you. What an amazing time to learn law of attraction, understand it's a universal law. Start tapping, okay? You can be tapping the whole time I'm talking. To learn law of attraction, the finesse, the fine line understanding of law of attraction. That's what I really know and get. And then I combine it with the tapping where, wait a minute, I said I'm wanting to be happy, but I got this going on, right? And let me just tell you, it's going to be forever practice the rest of your life. So if you think you're going to come along and you're going to tap 3 times, okay? Oh, thank you, my fun full self. Thank you, Lisa. And you know I love your notes. I just adore you. Really, all you guys that come along here. Biz! Is my 6-year-old sitting there, Biz? We really do need to get a video time just so I can meet him. That what I'm doing here is helping understand that law of attraction is a universal law. Okay, it's not just Colette being woo-woo out there. You know, we used to call this new agey and all that stuff. I know it's hard for you to believe, but I was actually alive in the 80s. And and that's when, you know, we called everything new age and all that stuff. So there's a lot of people who still think this is new agey stuff, and it's a law. Spirituality is proving law of attraction. Quantum physics is proving it. And, you know, science, spirituality, law of attraction, it's all the same thing. They're all proving each other. Okay, so if somebody still needs that to be differentiated, well, you don't need to. Okay, it's kind of like somebody was asking me yesterday about the fudge factor, about how to what meridian was on the wrist, and I said, okay, well, you know, I don't really know all those things. Now I do know now a little better, intestine, lung, triple warmer. Triple warmer is the gamut, and triple warmer is the thing that calms down the amygdala. Okay, I know a little bit better, but here's the thing, I don't really care. Okay, I don't care. The only one I really, really know is this is the stomach. And why do I say I don't really care? Because it works, okay? If I'm all worried about what emotion, what part, what organ, those kinds of things, what if that's might just be some resistance to my just using the tapping, as opposed to I got to know how it works? Because, you know, I love to give you the awareness that you don't have to know how everything works under the hood of your car for you to use it, okay? You put in the key and you go. All right, tapping's the same way. See, you're the vault. This is the key. All right, to getting you what you want. All right, so quantum fit. Absolutely, Erica. You see, Everything's connected. Thank you for hearing me. All right, so I do believe, though, I just missed a little opportunity there, even though you can never miss what's meant for you. Thank you, Erica. Mic drop. Mic drop. Yeah, everything's connected. Got it? All right, it's all one and the same. You can call it spirituality. You can call it quantum physics. You can call it whatever, whatever, whatever. So, come here live daily. We're doing LOA and EFT. I want to remind you at this time, okay, that those of you who have the capacity to do it, my PayPal is up above. Do not underestimate the amount that you want to share with me. I mentioned the other day that, even if you were paying me like we were in a group and it was $1 a day for a 1-hour masterclass, and I actually had somebody do that. So I want to thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. And I really appreciate any generosity show that way. And if you're not working, I'm expecting my PayPal to blow up once we get back to normal, you see. Now, I just saw Pam show up, and I want to remind you that I did put on Wednesday's live at the top of it, it gets very intense, okay? We had a really intense Wednesday, so if you do that, you've got to stay with it. Okay, one of the things I say about tapping, once you start tapping, you're already in it, you got to stay there. Even if you're boohoo sobbing, you only get to do it with one hand because the other hand has got to be tapping, all right? Even if you can't speak, you've got to keep tapping. So please understand that I come here live daily about 10 a.m. and that we're here for LOA and tapping, and I've actually dubbed this FOVID 20. That is focusing vividly on well-being, okay? That's what the clarity of this year is helping us do, right? Also reminding you that all my lives are on my Colette Leosi page and my Tapngrl Tapping Into You page, all right? And that there's also, if you go to my Colette Leosi or my Tapngrl, there was a link to a podcast that a lady's doing. I'm one of the 10 presenters, and the first one she's released is actually the intro of all 10 of us. So there's, I don't know, a couple minutes of me on there. And I have my actual interview that will be published on September 29th. So you got all that time to get ready, okay? There you go. How's that? So I think that was most everything. If you have worked with me one-on-one or you've gotten some assistance here, I want to remind you that I love reviews on my Tapngrl page, because when you do reviews over there, it helps people understand things that your left brain is not going to connect. I'm not kidding you, okay? All right? Because how is it I can tap about being angry at my neighbor and then I get a check in the mail, all right? So just all kinds of crazy stuff like that. So let me just take this moment to go back through, okay, and say hello to Stephanie, Pam, Biz, Erica, Teresa, thank you, darling, Diane, who's been here every step of the way, Janet, Lisa. Oh, man, you all are just making me so happy. Why? Because you know what? Then you send me notes. I got Rita. Hopefully Rita's still on here. Pooja. And there's Lisa Gambino, Jill, good to see you, Jill. I saw a post on Jill's thread the other day. Jill stubbed her toe and her whole foot was black and blue. Now, I sent her a note and I said, oh, man, I hope you started tapping. Let me just remind you guys of this. In the moment you, your child, someone gets hurt, start tapping immediately. You absolutely can stop the chemical brain dump that goes into the body that has your body actually show you the manifestation of the hurt. You can change that, all right? Not even kidding you. There's Nora. Nice to see you, Nora. Got Judy. Yay. Kimberly. Michelle, nice to have you. Pretty. Christina. Awesome. Laura, Catherine, oh man, I just feel like I'm hanging out with the girls. Melissa, and Laura, and who else am I seeing on here? Diane, Mary Jo, man, y'all are awesome. We got Eva, Cindy, Barb, oh, me and Barb, we've had some amazing sessions. Got Sandra will tell you, she has macular degeneration. When she's going into the doctor to get the shot in her eye, she starts tapping. She said it's made it so much easier. Though Marika, now you knew I couldn't resist that. I see Marika show up and I love hollering her name. All right, Denise, Lisa, I'm just making sure I didn't miss anybody. Okay, we're on a high flying disc today. All right, so where the hell was I? Okay. Tapping helped my toe feel better. Yes. Okay. So I've had experiences where I've done things to hurt myself, started tapping immediately and could not believe the results. Okay. It's just amazing. Megan, who is probably watches the replays more now. One day she has I think they're 5 and 8, which they might not be 6 or 9 now. when you are teaching this to children, you are giving them a tool that they can use the rest of their life. And their health at 20, 30, 40, 50 will be so much different because of tapping out the negative emotions in their life experience as they go along. Okay? All right? So, you know, again, like I say, it seems like, well, how can I tap about this and this happens? Don't worry, just start doing it. I just saw Sandy come on and Julie. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Barb was telling me the other day how brilliant I am. I love hearing that, but let me just say this, okay? All right, because y'all know I do snarky and playful and all that stuff all the time, and I absolutely love it. One of these days I'm going to remember, here, see? One of these days I'm going to remember to move this thing before we get on here, all right? But it's a green microfiber towel that we got up there because we wipe things off with it. All right, so when you're doing this with your children, you're really setting them up, all right? So here Barb comes along, and I tell you guys, every one of you that I tap with and work with are my children. I didn't have real physical children in this life. Thank you, all right? I can't even imagine going through this time that we have going on right now. It's everything I can do just to some days put up with Scott. Seriously, all right? And I'm sure he feels the same way, all right? He knows he got a couple earfuls yesterday, okay? So, but what we're doing now is that he and I are bouncing back so much faster. We really do appreciate our, oh, was that you? Thank you so much, Lisa. I really appreciate that. I saw the little notification pop up, and it always gets me so excited because I can't wait to go look. It's like a treasure hunt. It's gifting. I love that. So Barb was talking the other day about, you know, that the sessions this last week have gotten really brilliant. Okay, well, I'd love to take all the credit for it, and I do somewhat. Okay, but I will tell you this: that when you're showing up and you're doing this tapping daily, you start getting more and more depth about the ways that you're creating the life experience that it is you don't want. So let me just go into this for a second. There is, I already had a session this morning with someone, and I was talking to them about the I expect list. Did any of you do your I expect list? Did you write that nasty, yuckety, gonna have you burpity expectation list? Okay, are you anticipating all the fun tapping you're going to be doing, tapping all that crazy yucky I expect stuff? Y'all know I tell you I'm the pink garbage lady. I love your garbage. All right, so so I said to the person, okay, right at the top of a page, write I expect, and I want you to write everything that you expect, because we were talking about money and work and all those kinds of things, where I said, you want to, why do I want to do that? And I said, because here's the thinker, here's the feeler. Okay, so here's how we work. Ready? This thinker thinks, okay, chemicals get dumped into the body. Those chemicals that get dumped into the body go to organs, and it's why emotion feels so real. Okay, now, because this thinker thinks this loop of thought over and over and over again, all right, as a law of attraction person, you might be going, oh, I love life, I'm so happy, I have money, I love work, my friends are amazing, but you're not getting that, all right? So that's why I say go write what you really expect, and it's not the nicey stuff, okay? I don't want to see your pretty pudding stuff. I want to see your food pie. Okay, I want to see the ingredients that went into that pie. All right, so that you're just eating. Y'all know I love talking to you about sugar on poop. Okay, saying I have money when you're broke and still feeling broke. Okay, that's sugar on poop. All right, seriously, when we're doing that, we are not talking into the appropriate end of the microphone to be heard. Got it? So what are we doing with the tapping? When we're doing the tapping, and we really are talking about that stuff that I really do expect, all right? Seriously, when we do that, that's what we're tapping out. Now, this vibrating thing called me, I just dumped some old garbage, okay? Calm down my brain that's in a worry fear loop all the time. Thank you, Christina. With this worry fear loop, we actually, believe it or not, it's science, okay? We are actually calming down the amygdala that's perceiving danger when we're talking about those expectations. those crappy expectations, right? Now, law of attraction wise, I say that's like taking the barbed wire off of you, okay? So that now when somebody comes along and they're doing snarky or not nice or not pleasant or the argument or whatever, they just kind of bounce off of you, okay? Now, if you get all lined up with that person, well, it's brilliant post-manifestational feedback, so you can go, oh my gosh, somewhere in here in me, I'm either doing angry, snarky, or I fear angry, snarky, or, okay? So one of the things I told you I connected to the other day for me was that I really expect people, it's so lovely the things we talk about on here, just so you know, and it's okay, all right? But absolutely, Teresa. I sent a lot of people that little YouTube video of her showing up at the door. The one where Sissy Spacek is sitting there laughing her butt off because she knows her daughter is eating. She just knows. She just knows, right? Okay. So it's very, very satisfying. Okay. Just so you know, I'm awake and aware enough to know that I want to feel good. And if even in what that person did to me, watching the video of that woman eating the pie is so satisfying and I'm laughing and having a good time, remember, it's not what I'm laughing and having a good time about. It's about laughing and having a good time. And there is nobody who can really be lined up with source and hurt another, okay? So if you see somebody doing things that are mean and hurtful to someone and they're laughing, they're not happy. They're not connected to source, okay? So don't think I don't understand that for one little second, all right? So what I'm telling you is when you write that crappy I expect list, now you got a whole bunch of tapping targets, okay? Because I go, even though I expect people to attack me, the way the tapping works is when we calm the amygdala, the blood goes in the brain, and before you know it, I got stories popping in of when people blindsided me, attacked me out of nowhere, okay? That's the story I want to tell while I am tapping, because I'm calming the brain while I'm telling that story, allowing myself to stop the chemical dump so that I can feel better and better. Okay, now I haven't seen any questions yet. Y'all don't have any questions about tapping from the way that you've done it. I just can't believe it. All right, so I'm going to scroll through slow just to make sure I didn't miss something. All right, so yeah, you just put up with me, all right? Okay, y'all are sending blessings and hi, hellos and helping each other out. I just love that, okay? All right, so I'm looking. You can't make them do it. Boy, isn't that true? Thank you. I can lead peeps to better feeling whatnots. Why not? But I can't make them do it. All right, so just give me a second. I'm making sure somebody didn't write something. All right, because I want to tell you a few things if you don't. That's right. Even if you don't have a question, I'm going to help you out here. All right? Turn the key. Hold on. I'm addicted. Might as well face it. I'm addicted to tapping. The lights go on when I am tapping because I am home. I see how I create stuff, you see? All right? And, you know, I always love screaming out Marika's name. All right? Let me just look. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, so I'm going to give you, all right, fun uplifting tapping today. Sweet, let's do that. That's what we'll do. All right, so let me explain something. I did a session last week with someone. Please remember I do this one-on-one. I absolutely love and adore doing this one-on-one. I love teaching you as a group. And I would just tell you this. I said to Pretty yesterday, because you guys have heard me talk about making this private, putting it on a private group page. And when I'm talking about that, I'm trying to find ways to monetize what I do, okay? But I'm just going to tell you the flat out truth, okay? I love what I know. I love how I know it. I love sharing it, okay? Because I think I do it in a way that no one else does, okay? By combining law of attraction, helping you see what you're getting. I want to keep doing this way because I really, truly believe I serve the world. So what does that mean? Y'all need to start putting more in the PayPal. There you go. It's my work to allow it. I understand that. So what I'm telling you is this. I'm going to keep doing it this way because there are people that are going through difficult times. I really believe I serve the world, and I absolutely love doing this, okay? I see it says broadcast interrupted. Did you guys lose me? Did you? Let's see if it comes back. It might just be us because it's only on my phone. There, it's back. All right, so I want to let you know that I'm going to continue to come forward and do it this way because it makes me happy. And I'm going to do what makes me happy, and I'm just going to assume whether it's you all right, somebody else or whatever, that I got my multimillionaire, and Lisa says, I think too small, billionaire, okay? I don't know, everybody start writing Jeff Bezos, all right? Because I would love being in a position where I just keep coming forward and I keep doing this so that people can understand law of attraction, how it works, get to the feeling state. All right. In my talking with somebody this morning, I even found an even better way to say this stuff. So here's what happened the other day. I worked with someone, and what happened was I said some words, believe it or not, okay, that I connected to from my own life experience, because that's how I teach. All right, that's how I do those things. Yeah, Lisa wants to get together a retreat. She says she knows how to plan it and do it and everything, so that once we could start traveling and connecting, we could have a really cool, I don't know how long you do these things, a couple days, 3 days, I don't know, where you pay a certain amount and you fly yourself here and we figure out where we're going to meet and all those fun things, and you get to all that stuff. Right. A dollar a month would help. $5 a month would help. Thank you, Catherine. Because I'm just going to say this, and y'all might be tired of me talking about money. There are some days I go 3-4 days and nothing. Not even kidding you, okay? And I'm not saying that to be the greedy cuss, all right? I like money. I do think I could be compensated. So I'm just saying, thank you to those of you who have. And one thing that I am telling you, you never need to say to me, okay? Because some people have said this. They've gone, well, I wish it was more, okay? You never need to say that to me. I celebrate every single penny. All right? And I'm getting better at it. All right? And I want to keep doing this here so that you can understand how to get a life experience. There's a 17-year-old in England I met a while back, and she's like, man, she's got a whole plan for her life. It's amazing. And she found me because she wanted to learn law of attraction. Put her onto the Sarah books. We've had some amazing discussions. I love thinking about a 17-year-old mind understanding this stuff, okay, instead of having to be 50. Okay, right? All right. So, thank you, Diane. Hey, Anita. So she's like, y'all come forward and say, I'm going to be your millionaire. I'm going to give you a slamming amazing income to come forward and teach the world like this every day. All right. It's coming. It's not a matter of if, it's just when. It's done, all right? In our vortex is a retreat. In our vortex is amazing, whatever for everybody, all right? And Diane always says I keep her sane, which is so amazing. I just have so much appreciation for that, what I know and how I've been shown it. So let me get back to the other day and one of the ways tapping can work. Because I used to tell you guys this, and then there's so many things I know I don't always say them, all right? From the tapping, it's not always that I tap on my shoulder and my shoulder pain goes away, okay? You can start to get relief on it, okay? But what if you actually need a rotator surgery, which I believe tapping, or, if you want to do a surgery, you can do it, all right? All right? I believe that tapping can work for absolutely everything, okay? And I even had somebody ask me, well, then if you say that, then why did you have a surgery? And I said, well, it was the path of least resistance for me, okay, because the surgery that I had was an elective surgery, and it was life-changing for me. And let me tell you what, every day I think about this surgery and go, man, that was so awesome the way it all came together. Yes, 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 yes. So the person wrote me the other day from the session that we'd had like a week or two ago and said, from something I said, it sparked something in her. She went and talked with her, I think you call him a naturopath, about the things she was taking. They rearranged them and she got relief from her issue. So I have another woman who I worked with one-on-one. This was several years ago. You guys used to hear me talk about Carmen, and Carmen was having horrible tooth pain. And I said, well, let's just jump on and do some tapping and see what happens. What actually ended up happening was we did get her out of tooth pain. I've had that happen multiple times, okay? I've done it with children. I've done it with adults, okay? But over the next couple weeks, all right, where he is live, you can donate stars and they're a penny. Oh, fun. Did y'all know, Alice, did you know I've done a couple interviews with Jason? Go find those on his Life Expansion channel. Jason and I have a ball. I love getting Jason laughing, okay? Because he knows, like, I'm crazy pants, right? So it ended up over the next couple of weeks, she got a flyer in the mail that basically was a dental office taking new clients. They even help you find the financing. She was able to go in and get her tooth work done and everything else, but was able to stay out of pain till then. So it can show up all kinds of ways. Let me also say this. You can use tapping for absolutely everything. Okay? When I say everything, usually you guys started the thread. Weight loss? Yes. Money? Yes. The computer doesn't see the printer? Yes. The neighbor's dog? Yes. Okay? Oh, nice. Okay. Thank you, Alice. Um, Go ask Alice. Okay, sorry. My head's a song. Welcome to me. So you can use it for absolutely everything. You can use it for emotions. One of the things I want to remind you, because even in that expectation thing we did the other day where I said I expect, and then we were tapping and Pam had a really big issue show up, one of the things that I made sure that I told Pam, okay, and that I actually said yesterday on yesterday's show, you can change, okay, emotion. That is called changing aspects. So let's say we start tapping on something and you're feeling anger. Okay? When you flip over to unfairness, sadness, disappointment, shame, we're changing what we call aspects. Okay? So be prepared when you're tapping out anger that then you find that you're feeling sadness. It's okay. Nothing's gone wrong. You just follow the feeling. Okay? Chances are you're going to be a little bitty child and somebody scared the snot out of you. Okay? Or smacked you or yelled at you or whatever it was that scared you. Okay? All right? Another way that aspects changes with the tapping, okay, is parts of the story. So let's say you were in a car accident and now you're afraid to drive, okay? Maybe we tapped about the noises you heard, okay? But maybe now you've got an aspect in there that you don't realize. Maybe you saw headlights. Maybe you smelled gasoline. These are all what we call changing aspects of the story. Let me give you another way this works. Physical pain. You're using tapping on physical pain and maybe you start on your shoulder, okay? Maybe then it moves into your neck. Okay, now you flip your tapping to the neck. Okay, now one of the first questions we'll ask usually as a practitioner is, who's a pain in your neck? Most all of us know. Okay, so the pain in your neck. Maybe now you got a headache. Okay, just follow it and now you're tapping about the headache. Maybe then you go, geez, now my hip is bothering me. Go to the hip, even though my hip is bothering me. Now there are questions you want to ask while you're doing it. Okay, what does the pain feel like? Whether it's the pain of not enough money, the pain of not the right work, the pain of the partner, the pain of the hip, the pain of the whatever, okay? What does that feel like? What's the emotion? When you're thinking about not enough money, okay, or the pain in my hip, what's the emotion that comes forward? The next question you want to ask yourself, when else have I felt this way? Okay, all right, because you're going to start connecting the emotional dots of your life experience. Now, I'm going to give you the way I heard this morning. There's a couple things that I want to tell you because you all know I teach this as law of attraction, and this morning it came through so clear, all right, because I've told you, talk about the vortex version of your life. What's that mean? The vibrational version of my life experience, meaning all the clarity from the contrast. So to the amount and degree I don't have the money, all that money's over here. How do I get it in my checking account? Okay, well, you got to get feeling good. Okay, all right. And if money is too hot of a subject, get off of money. Do you feel good about flowers? Do you feel good about your body? Do you feel good about, I'm speaking to you, Sandy, if you're still here. Do you feel good about a sport you play? Do you feel good about, what is it you feel good about? You got to get into the moment by moment by moment by moment by moment by moment, now, feeling good. That's the happy journey that has the happy ending, right? So here's the way I heard it this morning. My inner being is my future me. Did you hear that? My inner being, okay, so the vortex version is the future me. Remember, we're here for a press conference on well-being. My vortex version is my future vibrational escrow, right? But think of your inner being as your future you. We always say you're feeling good you, right? Okay? Oh, that's some fun writing, Diane. When y'all start doing that, look at Diane's note. I just did a page on what's in my vortex, okay? Go do that on what you look like in the vortex, what your money looks like in the vortex, what your plants. Yeah, I have a green thumb. I can grow anything, right? Okay, but if you can't, Go write a page on what your vortex version of your plants looks like. It's just the future, okay? So your inner being is your future you. Got it? It's really that simple, okay? So here's what I got this morning. You know how they say you got to believe it to see it? And we said, well, I want to see it to believe it. But we all know these, we get these things, right? I got to believe it to see it. This is even yummier. Ready? Because I keep connecting you to the feeling state. I got to feel it to see it. I got to feel it to see it. Type that one in, pretty. I got to feel it to see it. I got to feel it to see it. I got to feel it to see it. Now, you are going to have to, just like I've told you over and over, say it, say it, say it, say it, and it starts to absorb. You start to absorb the knowing that when I'm in that feeling state, I will see the manifestation, okay, of what it is I'm feeling. So let me give you a little fine line on this before we get into tapping, all right? Everything that we want, okay, there are two things I tell you all the time. Everything we want is about how I think I'm going to feel. And the only how that is my job is how do I want to feel. Yeah, wasn't that fun, Barb? I just took you to a whole new level because you said I'm the one who took you out of the thinker and put you in the feeler. That's so yummy good, isn't it? I got to feel it to see it, all right? So, those two things. Everything I want, I better start with this finger, else I'm going to be flipping you off in a second. Everything I want is about how I think I will feel, and the only how that is my job is how do I want to feel. Now, listen, there's nobody that tells you that clearly as I do. If you've ever heard anybody tell you that clearly, I don't understand why I only have 41 people on here. Why are there not at least 4,100 or 41,000? Okay, and it's all right. It's coming. I'm all right with that. Okay, but I'm telling you what, there are so many that are ready for the good news because we've even done that on Sundays, right? Sunday, go to meeting the good news. We're going to blow the roof off of this place, all right? All right, you know I love singing the song, Don't Nobody Bring Me No Bad News, right? Okay, so I got to feel it to see it. Now, it doesn't mean that if I want a big pile of cash, okay, that I got to feel the big pile of cash. It's more subtle. I'm hearing Abraham use words now that I've been using for years. It's kind of cracking me up, okay? Because I just heard her in a recording this morning say, can you feel the subtlety in that? And that's the stuff I've known for years with the way I understand and get that, and that is this. Listen, I'm channeling. If you don't think I'm channeling right here, I don't know what you think you're doing, all right? Should be, could be, could be 41 million. That's the way it's the choice. Everybody gets to choose. Yeah. All right, so here's what that means. If I want this, okay, I didn't even know I wanted this when I wanted this, all right? I mean, I kind of did, all right? My buddy Tricia sent me 2 of these. I got 2 more coming, okay? Because that way I could set all this up so more people can hear. Y'all know I cracked myself up, right? So I think I must have been a Southerner in another life because I love talking Southern, okay? I also think I was Indian in another life. I also think I was a black preacher in another life, okay? Just so you know, I think I was all these things. I know I was definitely men, okay? Because I'm a badass, all right? So when I was doing the pretend drop the mic and I was using my pen, okay? And then I'd get so thrilled at my little 3-year-old self, all right? And go, ooh, drop the mic, drop the pen, right? And then Tricia finds these and sends these to me, all right? How would it feel if I had this? Well, it would be fun. I would be more playful. I would get to have even more fun on my lives. I love my lives. I love teaching the world. I love doing this. And guess what? In that feeling state, something better showed up because I didn't just get 1, I got 2. And I got 2 more coming. Could I really have enough of these? Haven't you seen where it's somebody really important? They have like 15 of them there? Because everybody wants it to go on their feed. And Pretty showed me that yesterday. Because I always said, I swear to you, I was brown before. All right? And she said, Indiana, N-A, okay? Because we always talk about getting together and how much fun it would be and all of those things. And she said, yeah, it's just 2 letters removed from what you've already been. All right, so I answered some questions there for you. I really like bringing clarity to the tapping. It's a real It can be, oh, I just saw a big gob knotted a string, okay? It can be a real brain bender for us, especially those of us, all of you on here, where we're learning law of attraction, we're learning these things to say, wait a minute, I'm supposed to talk about the stuff that I don't want? Well, yeah, because here, oh my God. Okay, Carmen, I was just talking about you, and you haven't been on here in forever. Do you see how much I'm adored by Inner Being? Did that? That's so freaking good. How did she get the impulse to get on here? I haven't seen her on a live since, what, Christmas? That's awesome. I'm telling you what, right here, right now, I am so excited. I am so celebrating the stuff that's showing up for me. And when it happens just like that, somebody might go, come on, it's not that big a deal. And I say, oh, it's a huge deal. I just showed myself how when I'm feeling good, these things, I haven't talked to, Carmen, I told the story about your teeth. Not, I don't know, it was somewhere in this 45 minutes. This is so exciting. I'm telling you, I'm like Precious Pup now. I'm blissing out. I'm like, Okay, so I like giving clarity to the tapping for you to understand this. When you're saying those things, because a lot of people say to me, I can't do the words. I can't think of the words like you can. I know, Carmen, I'm telling you, you just blew up my world, okay? Seriously. And so here's a really easy way to do the words. Well, Shweta, where the heck have you been? Luckily, you got here before we started tapping. All right, so when we're doing the tapping, okay? Now just hear this. I'll whisper it so nobody gets too freaked out, all right? When we're doing the tapping, pretend you're calling your best friend and telling them all about what that Nimrod did, okay? Whether it was your boss or the neighbor or what all you're worried about, okay? Just pretend you're telling them all about it. And those words that they told you, all right, don't say, don't let anybody know, all of those things, okay? Those are the words. Those are the words. I can't believe they did that. I can't believe they treated me that way. It hurt so much. It felt just like my mother, treated me just like my dad. That's some rant tapping. That's going to get some garbage out. And I'm telling you what, before you know it, you're going to feel like Precious Pup. You're going to go, and you're going to feel so good, right? Because you got all that resistance out of your body. Okay? So we probably better get to tapping. You know me, I could sit here all day and do this. Yeah, that's an amazing story, Carmen. Oh my God, that pain went away. She had horrible tooth pain. And so not only did she get out of pain, the solution showed up, okay? Because it's not our job to figure out how to solve the problem. It's our job to feel solution. Look at that. I didn't even know part of my solution for my happy day was calling in Carmen, and look what my IB did. Gave her the gentle nudge. I haven't talked about that story in forever, okay? That was so funny. It's so yummy freaking good. I'm not kidding you. Now, some of you guys put in here the Coletteisms, because you know, that whole sugar on poop thing, that is a Coletteism, all right? Because what we're doing is we're walking around going, I love my body, love my body, love my body. No, you freaking don't. You just think if you put enough sugar in that food pie that it's going to taste good. And I'm going to tell you the same thing I've always told you. I don't care how much sugar you put on poo, it is going to taste bad, all right? So let's do some happy tapping, all right? Drop the mic on that one. Bam. Okay, I'm telling you what, man, do we have the most fun? Look can you imagine only 43 people on the planet right now want to have this much fun? Lucky us. All right, so let's do some happy tapping, all right? Let's go to the side of the hand. We don't need to beat ourselves up, all right? We're going to tap, even though I forget I need to, because you know I don't do need. There's no such thing as need. When I say that word, I always correct myself, even though there's no wrong. So like I correct myself about correcting myself. Why? Because language really matters. When you say need, you just told the universe, it's not even there. Okay, right? We don't want to use the word need. We don't need no stinking need. All right, Barb's yawning. We haven't even started tapping. God, I love what I know. All right, it is absolutely my most pleasure, passion, and joy. Really, to be on here with all of you. Okay, Scott will tell you. I just bliss out talking about this sometime. And we both start crying. He's always saying, I'm so proud of you. And I'm always like, oh my God, I love all these people who come forward and want to know this stuff because it's so exhilarating. Okay, all right. It was Lady Melinda who actually gave me that word. There was one day I told her the morning started through her alphabets. By the end of the day, I wrote her back. I said, well, by now you should be on Z. And she came back and she said, exhilarated. I was like, that is like the best word, okay? And Pretty and I talk about the cortex vortex, because what tapping does is calms that little brain down, okay? So that now I'm thinking more in alignment with the vortex version. Do you get it? Trisha, I just can't thank you enough for so much fun that I have with all of this. All right, so, and I got more coming. All right, so we're going to do, even though I forget, that I want to feel it to see it. Okay, so remember, when I was explaining that fine line difference, it's that I don't have to feel, I don't have to pretend I have this. I want to say, how would I feel if I had it? It doesn't matter if it's the new car, the job, the house, the better marriage, the whatever it is, okay? Because things will start to open up for you, okay? And you'll start forking. I love saying that just because it's so close to my favorite word. But you will. You'll start forking, okay? I go here, oh, that didn't feel so good. Didn't think this thought. Oh, okay, well, now something else came up, and now I want to think this thought, okay? Because you want to follow the path of your most good, all right? So here we go. Side of the hand. Take a breath. I bet 50 people just said, that girl needs a breath. You know, I could talk the whole hour without breathing. All right, so here we go. I'm going to start this thing, and here we go. Ready? You don't have to rate or do anything. We're just going to we're going to smooth those edges. Ready? Even though I just forget, I want to feel it to see it. That's how I let my inner being bring me a match. I'm reading your notes. And I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Brilliant, Diane. And even though I started the timer, it's going down for real. Oh my God, you guys got me laughing so hard. That I want to feel it to see it. And I deeply and profoundly love and accept myself. Okay, I'm going to be deleting those, so you don't put that kind of stuff on my thread. Lisa, do not respond. Okay? No, that's not okay. Tafik Upulu, whatever. No, I'll be deleting those, all right? And even though I forget, I have to feel it to see it. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Let's see here. Just give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. All right. We'll take care of that later. And I deeply and completely love and honor and accept myself. And even though I just forget, I get so wadded up in the problem that I forget the feeling state is really where it's at. And I want to feel it to see it. And I deeply and completely love and honor and accept myself. right here on the eyebrow. Take a nice breath in. I want to feel it to see it. Side of the eye. I want to feel it to see it. Everything that I want is about how I think I will feel, so I want to feel it to see it. I love the feeling of peaceful. I can't fight my way to anything. Okay, you're going to have to just give me a second here. Just give me a second. Keep tapping. Sorry for the little moment here. Alrighty. Go back here. Go back here. Hold on. I'm doing it. We're getting there. Alrighty. Now we're good. I believe. All right. Yep. I think that only because it's live, but that will all be gone soon. All right. I really want to feel peaceful. We were stopping because I was cleaning something up. Give me some. Just give me a second. Under the arm. I forget I want to feel it. Right here. I get so wadded up. Yeah. I love contrast. Right here. I could like contrast. How's that? Ooh, good reminder. When I bless the contrast, when I bless and appreciate the contrast, under the eye, I've already released resistance. Under the nose. When I bless the contrast, yes, when I bless the contrast. Ooh, perfect timing for me to bring something in here that I wrote about the other day, collarbone. I can appreciate that anger for the feelings of peace and ease. Okay? I can appreciate sadness because of the feeling of happy. I've got more happy waiting in my vibrational vortex. My vibrational escrow is full of money from all my broke. My vibrational vortex of relationships has so many amazing people in it. I could talk about the future me from the feeling state and line up with feeling good and appreciate that contrast that expanded me already. Just like the pearl needs the grain of sand in the oyster. That sand is what creates the pearl. The irritation of that contrasting sand in the oyster, that's how we get the pearl. So the sand is contrast, the pearl is clarity. I have strings of clarity. I got to feel it to see it. Can't keep taking that sand in and out of that oyster. It's really my job to feel the yummy goodness of the pearl I just can't see yet. I want to feel it to see it. Yeah, the sand stuck in your craw. When I plant a seed for a flower or a vegetable, I don't want to dig it up every day and see how it's doing. That's taking score. And that's me in a state of not believing, which tells me I wasn't feeling it's done. I know when I plant a pumpkin seed, I'll get a pumpkin. I know when the sand goes in the oyster, a magnificent pearl can show itself to me. That is a marvel of nature that helps me understand how critical the sand is. And what if there's no better environment for a magnificent creator than one where there's variety and so many choices? And I get to have what I want. I want to practice the feeling state. I want to practice feeling good. Because in this now clear moment, I remember. It's not what I'm feeling good about. It's about feeling good. Okay, I'm going to say that a couple more times because sometimes it can take a little bit to absorb that, all right? It's not what I'm feeling good about. It's about feeling good. Okay, so now I'm going to say that the opposite way, all right? It's not what I'm angering about. It's about feeling angry. So do you see? Whatever way you go, right here. I can really appreciate that contrast. the sand, as it were, that creates the pearl. What if I can appreciate fear for the feeling of safety and security? Oh, there, I just had a nice little burpage. Burpage, nappage, gappage, right here. When I'm feeling it, I'm closing the gap. Gappage. Under the eye. When I'm feeling bad, yes, I got gappage. Gappage? How far away I am from my inner being. Stay right here. I know it by how I feel. And when I'm not feeling good, it's just guidance. So what if I can bless that contrast? Release resistance. Release resistance to what? Resistance to feeling good. Under the nose. I want to feel it to see it. So let's do some grid words, okay? Whatever it is you want is going to be some of these. I got so many notebooks. Scott was asking me yesterday, how many do you think you got? All right, so what we're going to do is just take a nice big breath, okay? Throwing out the gappage. All right, so we're just going to do some grid words because, remember, it's about the feeling state. Now, if you're new here to me on this, then you want to go back and you want to find the class I did, let's call this a class, on the grid, okay? Most of us on here are doing the grid work, okay? And the grid work is you just draw a grid, okay? And you can pick a subject like this one we did, freedom feels, freedom feels, all right? And Scott and I have been doing our grids together. He does a line, I do a line, he does a line, I do a line. And what the grid is about is feeling good words, okay? So you pick any subject. Money feels, my work feels, my child feels, I want to feel. Today I want to feel, okay? And then use it, you know, this word's a little tough. A thesaurus, because a thesaurus, you can put in the word happy and it'll bring you a bunch of words that are like happy. Because in the beginning, you might need some help. Thank you, Diane. I couldn't remember the exact date. April 29th is, go back to my live of April 29th, and you'll see I taught about the grid on that day. But what this does is helps you get into the feeling state, okay? So even if you want a new car, okay, all right? So excited full, good one, Scott. Even if you want a new car, it's about the feeling state. So you could say, how would I feel if I have the new car? Okay, so let's do this because we did it on freedom. So go right here to the eyebrow. I'm going to read from the grid. All right, freedom feels easy. Freedom feels friendly. Yeah, great. Thank you, Lisa. Freedom feels empowering. Freedom feels miraculous. Feels generous. Freedom feels fabulous. Right here. Freedom feels fantastic. So do you see what we're doing here? We're just saying feeling good words because you got to feel it to see it, okay? This is only practice. Freedom feels rich. Freedom feels beloved. I have that one on there. Ina, freedom feels like my birthright. Good one, pretty. Freedom feels natural. Freedom feels like, okay, I just lost it. Like new discoveries. Freedom feels like a walk around the city. Freedom feels like a drive to my favorite spot. Freedom feels like an endless bank account. Freedom feels like wonderful friends. Freedom feels glorious. Freedom feels like more choices. I love clarity and allowing. I love knowing it's good to feel good. I love clarity and allowing. I love knowing it's good to feel good. I love knowing it's good to feel good. That's me clearly allowing my good. I love knowing it's good to feel good. That's me clearly allowing my good. I love clarity and allowing. I love knowing it's good to feel good. I love clarity and allowing. I love knowing it's good to feel good. I love knowing it's good to feel good. That's me clearly allowing my good. I love knowing it's good to feel good. That's me clearly allowing my good. Bam. Let's do the other one. We're going to do the Tapngrl playlist. Ready? This is everybody's favorite, and I didn't really do it yesterday, so we're going to do it today. I am enough now, I shine my light now. I am enough now, I was born this way. I am enough now, I shine my light now, and nobody can take that away. I am enough now, I shine my light now. I am enough now, I was born this way. I am enough now, I shine my light now, and nobody can take that away. I am enough now, I shine my light now. I am enough now, I was born this way. I am enough now, I shine my light now, and I just pre-paved for an amazing day. Ta-da! Yay! We're so awesome. And I even blocked the Nimnod while we were doing it. Man, I'll tell you what, am I the techie queen or what? Can you believe I don't want to learn the techie stuff when I can go do something like that? That was awesome, okay? And I'll just make sure there's no comments up there, but I bet you they're gone once I make this thing go like it does, right? You know what I'm talking about? Okay, so you know what I'm talking about. So remember, you gotta feel it to see it, okay? You gotta feel it to see it, because Diane, bam, you rocked it, okay? That believing thing is more thinking, okay? That believing thing is more thinking, and the thinking thing is not what's gonna get you the thing that you want, because you got to feel the thing that you want. You got that? Did you hear all that? Okay, so let me remind you, I come here live daily about 10 a.m. Okay, we do LOA and we do the tapping. I put my PayPal above for those of you that like to gift me in that way. Thank you very much. I've decided for the short term anyway, or the foreseeable future, I'm going to just keep coming here and doing it this way. And I'm going to know that people are doing what they can do, and that you don't need to minimize any amount that you send. All right. Thank you. It's all appreciated. So I also want to remind you that I have a page, Colette Leosi, which is how I'm coming to you live here, and that I also have Tapngrl tapping into you. That's an easier thread to follow. From the standpoint, there's not as much stuff there. Thank you so much for all of you showing up. It absolutely is my joy and my pleasure. If you want to do the replays, they're all there. If you are just now joining me, go back and look through the subjects. I usually get this, at least I did since May. I'll get this up in there so you can see the day and you can see the topic. Okay, we've tapped about grief and suffering and struggle and anger and punishment, and I mean, I've just taught so many wonderful ways for you to start releasing your garbage. let me explain this again, just real quick. Okay, your inner being always loves you. I got that little thing from I think it was Hobby Lobby, and I just put plastic or that stretchy cord like you wrap Christmas gifts, and I wear that on there. It's on the inside of my wrist to remind me that when something negative happens, oh, that's right, I'm loved. I'm always loved. My inner being is having a different point of view on this right now than I am. Okay, and all that means is I want to start turning my ship slowly, because I tell you, if you turn too fast, you're going to tip over the Titanic. You got to slowly start to iterate these rules, these laws, whatever you want to call them, to yourself, to start to line up with, okay, the what's wrong with the underarm? The underarm strikes me. I know I had no idea before I started tapping it was that flabby. Oh, mine? You're probably not talking to me. Maybe not. Let's put it that way. Hey, if you don't like under the arm, listen, some people do it this way. I'm just in such a habit of doing this. You can put it down here. Okay? All right? And you don't even have to go there. Skip that spot. It's all good. You can skip this and go to here. Stay here for 2, or go here do 2 on the collarbone. Whatever you want to do it. You can't really do tapping wrong. Okay? Unless you're not doing it. All right, so put your friends' names in comments, share. I'll be back tomorrow morning about 10 a.m. live Eastern time. And as I always tell you, all my lovely, awesome, amazing people, because I'm just about out, until I see you next time, please keep tapping into you. You've got all the answers. It's you, yummy, you. All right, so we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.